Oh, y'all remember that song?
Wow.
But Johnny Cash walked the line. He was walking that left boundary line. Oh, so close. How he kept that tractor in, I have no idea. He was walking one wheel at a time. He was one-wheeling down the track. These tractors weighing in at about 6,000 pounds. So a lot of horsepower, lightweight. Makes for a pretty good show and some pretty wild rides. Now, he's the first puller in the class. He has the option to keep it or come back. He says, I think that'll keep me up there in the number one spot. At least we're going to see if it does. 312.61.
Take a look at his rear tires right there. That's a set of old spades. They called them spades back in the day, the single cuts. You do not see very many of those tires around anywhere at all. Where he comes from, it's looser dirt out there. They do a better job in pulling out in western Nebraska, where it's a little bit more sandier.
Yeah, you'll see a mixture in this light Superstock class of diesel tractors and alcohol tractors. Some are blowing smoke, some are not. Now, the alcohol tractors are limited to 6,000 pounds with the driver in the seat. The diesel's limited to 6,300 pounds with the driver sitting in the seat. $312.61, the mark to beat. This Life Superstock class brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank sponsored Light Superstocks. John Ewalt with a nice pass. Give him a round of applause. Moves into the lead with that hook, 319.6, John Ewalt. Midlife Crisis, your new number one.
Now this Diesel Superstock class is brought to you by
Here at the line, Ravenna, Nebraska. Rod Pasota, Crazy Horse.
Not all, folks.
I tell you what, that tractor was getting all kinds of crazy, was spitting and sputtering, jumping all around. He needs a pull-off, need a pull-off vehicle. Ron Pasota going to come up short. 302.75, 302.75 for Rod Pasota. Yeah, this light Superstock class, well, all right, he pulled back on the throttle, raised his right hand, that's his throttle hand, said, look here, 100-foot flagman, I got my right hand in the air, I pulled back on the throttle, I didn't get past 100 foot. When I did so, I'd like to try this again.
Well, we're getting backed up right there. If you're hungry, you know, Ron, if you ain't figured it, it's your first time to Wisner. And if you ain't figured it out, 362.83. Born Green with impressive run at 346. We're back to pull in.
Jim Scheffler, Hancock, Iowa, too much fun.
Sounded like a lot of firecrackers going off inside that motor.
Some snapping and popping going on under the sheet metal in that Case IH. Too much fun. He's currently 5th Overall in points, going to come up short here tonight at 257.78.
American Legion riders are straight away ground level from the announcer stand on the other side. They're right down next to the guardrail, selling those raffle tickets for the 2019 motorcycle. It's going to be a Electra Glide. So if you want one of those.
Oh, how about it, John Deere people? Nice hook. $348.72 feet for the lead. Give him a round of applause. Chuck Schluter, your new number one. Say that the Ulmers have enough tractors for everybody in Minnow, South Dakota.
That's exactly right.
I tell you what, that International was so fired up. Couldn't keep it contained. Almost got out of bounds. Had to get on the brake. Not the run he was looking for. 273.14, 273.14 feet for Jake Korth. How about some cockshut action? 570 cockshut out of Correctionville, Iowa, Terry Mammon. $270.72, 270.72 feet for Terry Mammon. The Cockshut 570 out of Correctionville, Iowa. Yeah, I think we'd have seen our first one on its side or on his lid if he'd have stayed in it.
The John Deere went farther than the Case did.
All right, the Just for Fun tractor, and that 100-foot flagman has to make that determination. Did he pull back on a throttle before he got to the 100-foot mark? Or did he get past it before he pulled back on the throttle?
One more hand for Lauren Paulson over on Deere Commander, ladies and gentlemen. Our tech officials just got through asking him what state he was in, and he realized he knew what that was, so we're proud he's okay. Now, just for fun down here, the motor went down. They checked to see if it was the kill cable.
$306 feet even, 306 even. Light Superstocks under construction. 268.57 feet, 268.57. Yeah, that a high-strung tractor at the Cowtown
was got off the throttle, didn't slam off the throttle. He gave motion that he was off.
Pumpkin Express, Alice Chalmers out of Sweet Springs, Missouri, making a good hook. $298.29 feet, 298.29 for the Pumpkin Express. Need a pull-off. Need a pull-off on the track, please. Pull-off vehicle.
All right.
Missouri. Check it for fire. Got some fire behind the sheet metal.
Yeah, that's a hot ride.
That machine is white hot. White farm equipment machine. I tell you what, that thing catches on fire a lot. It seems like I remember that machine catching fire quite often. There I seen a little bit of flames flickering under the sheet metal. Good. They're lowering their hitch so they don't pull the front ends as high. This is your points leader, Minnow, South Dakota. Mark Ulmer, the weapon. How about it, Mark Ulmer? Give a round of applause, the weapon. I tell you what, he is the next to last tractor in the class. The last 5 feet of that pass, he stayed in it. That was for you, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause.
Wow. That was a quick ride. How fast was he going? 33. 33 mile an hour.
The distance to beat Mark Ulmer there in the lead. $320.97 feet, 320.97. Only one tractor to go over here on the light Superstock side. We'll bring Chad Brunn back up, or Brad Brunn, the crazy train.
I got mods and I got 2-liter.
Doggone it, not going to happen for him tonight. Obviously didn't get the situation corrected on the crazy train. Give Brad Brunn a round of applause.